Hey guys, this is Matt with SCNS Live, and I am here and we're talking about Madden NFL 25. So the game's been out for a little while, and I've got my buddy Kevin here, and him and I are going to talk a little bit about Madden NFL 25, about the different features and functions it has, and at the end of it, we're actually going to show you some gameplay. So how's it going, Kevin?
That's going pretty well, man. Happy to be on. Really appreciate you having me tonight. Loving to play some new Madden.
Heck yeah, man. Yeah, we've been playing for a while now. We actually have our own connected franchises and that sort of thing. We have like multiple of them. So we know this game pretty well. There are some facets of it that I don't even know yet. So I'm going to rely on you to kind of shed some light to it. Something like the read option, for example. Like, I don't even use it. You know me. I'm a freaking pocket passer. So
you are a pocket passer, and I keep telling you, man, if you're gonna ever up your game to a new level, you're gonna have to learn that read option.
I know, and I'm trying. That's why I have the Eagles in our connected franchise. I'm trying to use Michael Vick and do whatever. But either way,
are you actually playing with the Eagles playbook?
Yeah, I actually am. Yeah,
We'll have to talk a little bit more about that later.
Absolutely, love Chip Kelly. I'm loving Chip Kelly right now, but yeah, definitely, we'll talk about that more later. So what you're seeing right now is the home screen, and as you can see, it's a lot different than the previous Maddens have been. So it's a little bit more organized. You see something like that right now that has Arian Foster, that little square, and it says continue playing, and I think that that is an amazing addition to this Madden NFL franchise, because this continue playing is going to basically, it lets you go back to the last thing you were working on. So it's amazing because you don't actually have to go and search for your connected franchise. Boom. If that was the last thing you were doing, that's what you can do. If the last thing you're doing is online head-to-head, that's what you can do. So it really helps out in that sort of thing. So then coming down here, you also see the Play It Now function. And that Play It Now is different games throughout the season, so it's really interactive. Right now you're seeing the New York Jets versus the New England Patriots. That's actually this Thursday's game. So we can essentially go in there right now and play what we think would be the outcome of this game. So I think that's really cool.
It's a little bit different for me because I have it set, you can also set your preferences for who's your favorite player and players in different teams and your playbooks and everything. Mine says right now play as the Cowboys because clearly that's my team living in Dallas.
Exactly. And my team says the Texans, which is far better because you get to see Arian Foster up there. And yeah. Sorry about your Cowboys. Yeah. I'm just saying 8-8, 11-5, whatever.
It's going to be funny whenever Arian Foster finishes the season on the bench and Ben Tate is fumbling the ball for you.
Hey, you know what? We actually have a quarterback who can make a 3rd and 18 pass.
Only because you have Andre Johnson. That's not because of your quarterback.
And DeAndre Hopkins.
Right now.
And we got DeAndre Hopkins. Okay.
We also have the best tight end who I believe set a new record in the NFL for receptions last year. No big deal. No big deal. But what has yours done lately?
Well, he caught 2 touchdown passes in the last game.
That's cute.
So did Jason Witten. Either way, moving on, we've moved over to the next menu, and we're under the play menu right now. And as I said before, there's the connected franchise mode. So this is where you would go ahead and find your connected franchise, whether you're playing online with a bunch of friends or whether you're playing offline just by yourself. And this year, you can actually play as an owner. You don't have to play as just either a coach or a player. You get to actually be an owner. So I could essentially be Jerry Jones and drive the Cowboys, just straight into the ground. Or I could be something like Bob McNair and bring the Texans all the way, like skyrocketing into the Super Bowl. So either way,
first round picks like David Carr, how could you fail?
It was our first season. We didn't know yet. Either way, so then also there's the skills trainer, which actually brings you into kind of a tutorial mode for the game. It allows you to increase your skills as well as unlock a lot of Ultimate Team players, and you actually know a little bit more about the Ultimate Team stuff, don't you, Kevin?
I just recently set up my own Ultimate Team, and I went ahead, as being a Cowboys fan, picked up Dez Bryant as my team captain. Basically what it does is it's a mix of player skill versus fantasy football. where you essentially pick a character. They automatically are your best and pretty much your team leader until you upgrade your players throughout. You do solo challenges and you earn coins, and that's how you spend to upgrade your team. On mine, I personally have Tom Brady, Frank Gore, Demaryius Thomas, Jimmy Graham, Des Bryant, and Brandon Marshall. Neither of these are above an 80 overall, so it completely dumbs down your team. And Des Bryant is the fastest person on my team with an 85 speed. However, it sets the levels as your team is so low at a very rookie level. So I just beat the Super Bowl champion Baltimore Ravens. I didn't throw 7 touchdowns, but I did throw 4.
And doesn't it actually bring down the time as far as quarters are concerned?
It does. My first game was 2 minutes. The next couple of games that I can play are going to be 3 minutes. And they actually have little challenges as to there's a Colin Kaepernick, a Russell Wilson. There's a play week 1 of preseason, Green Bay and Miami. And as you do so, you unlock other players. Just recently, just by playing, I unlocked Ray Lewis, which is a limited time thing today. And then going back to what you said about the skills trainer, you can also unlock players for your ultimate team in that by getting a gold achievement, which is scoring 9 out of 10, actually playing against another team. You do the small tutorial first, then you actually play a live team. And if you do it correctly and get 9 out of 10, then you unlock a actual player. I just unlocked Randall Cunningham, but I have Tom Brady, and I would never play an Eagle anyways.
And why would you ever start anyone over Tom Brady? But anyway, that's awesome.
I moved him to my reserve roster.
Well, there you go. So that's a look at the ultimate team setting. Now coming down here, we also have online head-to-head. So you can play with anyone around the world and see if you're better than them at Madden. And yeah, I mean that's something that's been going on the last couple of the previous Maddens. But you know,
I believe it was brought in 2011.
2011. So it's been about what, 2-3 years then?
Or maybe that was just online team play.
That might be what it is. Yeah, and so online head-to-head, it's a great way for you to play with other players around the world. So moving on, we've got different other menus where you can actually share files, and you'll have to check that out more as you're playing through Madden NFL 25. And then over here you have the customize, where you can manage rosters, you can create uniforms, players, and actually have different coaching options as far as playbooks and audibles, and have different other settings. So these are all things that you can check out whenever you buy or rent Madden NFL 25. But I think right now, we're just ready to play a game. What do you say?
I'm ready to go whenever you are.
Excellent. So I'm going to go ahead and hit the play now function, and I'm going to invite Kevin over here to a game. So let's see if this actually works, because I think every time I've ever tried to invite you to one, it's never actually worked. So
it always ends up me inviting you.
Yeah, I know. I don't know what it
I'd
is.
like for you to have home team advantage.
Well, it'd be nice, but it might actually not happen. Yeah, you might just want to send me an invite.
On top of it, buddy.
Yeah, go right ahead. So again, you're going to want to check out Madden NFL 25. Definitely go ahead and get it. There's a lot of new functions in this that we're going to show you on the gameplay that really just revolutionizes the franchise. It's a lot smoother as far as the run game's concerned. Interceptions are so much easier, and you know, it's very hard hitting, very impactful, and you really get that feeling whenever you're playing the game. One thing I also like is the fact that the commentators actually went in and recorded 80 hours of additional commentating, which is so very nice, because as much as we play this game, it got so redundant to hear the same thing over and over and over. So
absolutely, and one of the things that was extremely annoying is how much they loved Aaron Rodgers, which of course, of those 80 hours, at least a good 5 or 6 is still spent on Aaron Rodgers and how awesome he is, which I can't say I blame him. Matt, you're going to have to download the latest roster, by the way. Week to week, as the NFL goes, they will upgrade the rosters and the tuners to better reflect what's actually going on in the NFL right now. So that's one thing that you got to keep up with week to week. The newest one is out. Matt, you should get that invite and should have to download the newest roster.
I'm actually already in, and I just downloaded the newest roster. So I'm looking around and seeing who I want to be right now. And I think I got it. I think what we're going to do is it's actually going to be Seattle Seahawks versus the New Orleans Saints.
Oh, is that a sore rematch for you?
Yes, it is.
Aren't you? Yes, you're partly a Saints fan, aren't you?
Yeah, my two teams. Exactly, my two teams are the Houston Texans and the New Orleans Saints. So I got to have an AFC and an NFC there. So I figure, hey, you know what? Why not? Defense is better this year. Let's do this.
Absolutely, you get to showcase their new 3-4 scheme.
Mm-hmm.
3-4 scheme now. And luckily for you, not all of your players are going to be injured.
Exactly. I got Will Smith. Woo!
Right.
Did you go ahead and take off the commentating, by the way?
No, I didn't, but I can go ahead and adjust that in-game.
That's fine. We'll go ahead and do that.
All right. We'll go ahead and play at the Franchise 25 Stadium. Go ahead and make it a nice night game.
We're going to be playing in Ohio. Do you really want to play in Ohio?
There are worse places to play.
Actually, no, we're playing in Oakland. That's where it is. The Madden NFL 25 is
in Oakland.
Ew.
That's John Madden's team.
Ew. I know a lot of Raiders fans are probably turning this off right now. Just not a fan of the Raiders. Right. So what's great about this too is as it's loading, it's going to show you previous years of Madden. So you have Madden NFL 96 is what's showing you right now, and it shows what new thing that they added during that year. So like Madden NFL 96, they create a player was first created at that point. And yeah, and then it shows you different tips as far as owner mode and that sort of thing. So we're right here. We're going to be, as the game's starting, you can see this, you're checking it out. Heads, I just won it, but I never like to receive. I always like to kick, so I'm going to go ahead and kick.
And I could care less which side I defend. Let me go ahead and see.
Yeah, you can go ahead and probably hit start right now.
I'm trying to. It's not letting me.
Really?
See if you can pause it. I'd have to wait till the opening kickoff is over.
Alright, that's fine. I'll go ahead and kick off.
And we're playing on the All Madden setting. There are 4 different settings: Rookie, Pro, All-Pro, and All Madden.
The Rookie function, that's new, isn't it?
No, Rookie's always been around. They've had 4 functions. It's been, I mean, there's no reason for us to play on it.
No, I don't want to play on it.
Absolutely not. Friends of ours like Dane tend to go ahead and play in-game commentary. There we go. Tend to play on the Rookie function and then brag about their stats on the All Madden function, which they didn't actually play on. Dane, seriously, check it out, bro.
So what I'm showing you right now is the in-game depth chart. It allows you to go ahead and check out and change anything that you want to. So I'm looking at quarterback, that looks fine. Looking at halfback, you know what? I'm really going to change that, but I don't want to reveal too much. And because I still want to win. I still want to beat him. And just moving stuff around real quick.
It may be a casual game, but it's still competitive.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. My life's goal is to beat you at everything. So checking around at different things, yeah, it's made it very easy to move things around versus last year's Madden NFL 13 wasn't so easy. This year they've kind of smoothed things around, and you can actually fix things. So I'm just going ahead and looking around real quick, and yeah, I think my team looks just about right.
Richard Sherman. One of the interesting things to go ahead and check out with each team, especially whenever you're doing a connected franchise, is the overall stats of just about everybody on your team, particularly safeties, corners, your defensive line, your offensive line. What kind of style are you looking to play with? Are you looking to try and do some sort of a speed option, run base, kind of like the Washington Redskins right now? Maybe you need somebody like, Colin Kaepernick, Russell Wilson. If you really know what you're doing, then you can play with somebody just a little bit slower, that maybe has a little bit more of a cannon arm, say Jake Locker or Ryan Tannehill.
Definitely, definitely. And one thing also, and this is just a side note, as far as like if you ever play in connected careers, what I really like as well is that they've changed it to where the trading option is just a little bit it's nicer. It's just a little bit more seamless.
It's much more user friendly. In the past one,
Nope, not today.
in the past Madden, the last one they had, Madden 14, basically you could try and propose a trade, but even if you were getting the shotty into the deal, you would have no idea. And this one, it gives you a little bit fairer rating as to what kind of trade you're getting, and you can better, I don't want to say take advantage of the computer, but you certainly don't want to be on the wrong side of a trade, so we'll go ahead and say take advantage of the computer.
Definitely. Hey, you gotta win any way you can, don't you? Oh!
That being said,
what?
one of the new things that they've added or really updated is some of the juking, the truck stick. If you hold left trigger, I believe it is, then it's going to set your player up to do some sort of a special move, make it a little bit more effective. It does slow him down a little bit, but it also creates a better opportunity for you to run past or truck over, spin around, juke. And one of the more impressive features is the goal line aspects of it, where you can jump over players.
Yeah.
Stood up on that.
Yeah, and that's there. You're going to see a ton of this trucking stuff. And one thing I just wanted to add real quick too is that I really like the new system as far as the acceleration is concerned. So if you look underneath where you see the circle underneath the player, if you press the right trigger, that guy will actually have a stamina trigger a meter as far as how long he can go so fast. So yeah, it has like an acceleration boost to it. So it's kind of a cool little deal. And that's something that you can actually
see sitting on Matt's side of the screen is the fact that whenever you're running the pitch option, which is they've had it in a couple of Maddens where you could pitch the ball, but it wasn't quite as effective or refined as it is right now. It actually shows you the pitch man that you need to read off of. So it'll highlight him, and if you're running even a triple option, it shows you not only who the run defender and then the pitch defender as well.
Yeah, see, exactly. That's one of the biggest reasons why I wanted you here, because I don't run plays like that. You do that sort of thing. So I'm pretty sure right here is where you're gonna do something like that. Nope. Okay, you faked me out. Oh, you frickin' scream!
Yes, fortunately for me, Percy Harvin is not hurt in this game.
Yeah, right. Unfortunately for me.
That's the quarter.
That's right. We're not. We would normally be playing around 6 minutes per quarter, so there'd be a lot bigger plays going on. But right now, we're trying to show you what happens. You know, kind of just the gameplay sort of thing. And what I'm showing you is the fact that the New Orleans defense still sucks. So, yeah, there's that. And Russell Wilson going out of the pocket. Oh, and Russell Wilson's inaccurate. What?
Which brings me to another point that they've upgraded the game is the quarterback accuracy, where they've really touched up quite a bit the way that the quarterback can throw and the way you can lead your receiver. You can throw it low and get him to kind of cut back, especially whenever they're doing curls and stuff like that. Gives your player a better percentage of actually catching it. You can also lead them to the right, to the left a little bit better, kind of break them out of their route, and keep you from getting read by the defender quite as much.
Oh, and you got sacked!
Martez Wilson.
That's right. All right, what you gonna do? Oh, we're going for a field goal. And the field goal system's the exact same as it was before. You do the low trigger down to the top. Pretty easy to do. I think it's actually pretty easy in this season, or this season of Madden.
I like whenever they added this. I believe it was like 4 or 5, maybe as much as 6 years ago, as opposed to the way they used to do it, where you would tap A, wait for the bar, tap A again. This is a lot smoother. I feel like you have a lot more control, especially if, say, weren't calculating correctly for the win, you can adjust coming back up on your right stick, say to the right or the left, and adjust a little bit better for the win. Say you didn't do it quite the way you needed to.
Definitely good stuff. And one thing that I actually like as well too is they've really cleaned up the kick returns. I love the kick returns right now because I have scored so many of them. And whereas before in previous games, previous Maddens, I've been awful at it. Maybe it's my skill. I don't know. I'm going to blame it on the game though because I've scored probably about 6 or 7 since I've started playing this season. So, yeah. One thing I also wanted to show you too is audibles. I really like this audible system because I'm going right, I'm going left, and it's showing different other things that you can do. Of course, we're at the 2-minute warning, so that kind of broke up right there.
Also, in a lot of them, it'll show you in a different formation as well. So you're actually, I mean, it feels like a much smoother audible. You're not just, staying in your ace formation or, doing this. You can all of a sudden hop back into shotgun. If you have, it all depends on the personnel that you have out there.
Exactly. It's so much easier. It's so much nicer. And I think the biggest thing I can say for this game is convenience. They have really just brought a new sense of convenience to this game. Whatever. Screw your secondary. I don't care. See what you do against this. I think. Yeah, we're going to do that.
Defensive audibling is another thing that's been they've really done well with the last couple of seasons. This one, I feel they've taken another step forward as far as the control of everything goes. So, much more the way that the NCAA games did it as well. Instead of using everything on your D-pad, you have to hit a couple other buttons to access stuff. And so they've actually tuned it up so that everything matches, which makes it a lot more user-friendly if, say, you like to play your college games, get a guy through his 4 years of college, and then come back and try and draft him in the NFL onto your team. We're going to fair catch there.
Yeah. I was really hoping you were going to get distracted by what you were saying, and then I would just attack you, get that fumble, and come in for a touchdown. But such is life.
You're looking at me like I was Sean Lee and you were Golden Tate.
Yeah, pretty much. I was really trying to do.
Golden Tate.
I know. Alright, so right now, of course, he's winning 3-0. Luckily, I at least have some semblance of a defense that'll fix that. So here we go. Oh, he's calling an audible. Totally figured that out right now. Oh, see, he just pulled off the read option right there. Oh, thank God. Thank God. Now he's going into the hurry-up offense.
Which has always been one of my favorite things, is especially whenever you know you've got the right personnel out there. Not necessarily creating the right all these mismatches, but you know that you have the advantage.
Oh, almost picked it off. Jeez. I don't know.
Although in this Madden, which I will say is slightly biased towards the offense, it's a lot harder to play defense. I've always been a big linebacker or safety player on this, and I can tell you that coverage, man-to-man especially, has become significantly harder. Players just kind of seem a little bit slower than the offensive players.
Yeah.
Speed may dictate.
I will agree with you on that one. Yeah, it's a little bit slower. Oh, and you just got picked! Boom!
Never even saw him.
That's right, because Curtis Lofton's like a ninja. You don't need to see him. He'll just get you. Yeah, and my smack talk is awful, so we're just going to go with that.
That was unfortunate.
Oh! Dang it!
Oh, Thomas bringing the pain.
It's like, Jimmy Graham, you're wide open. I'm going to go to you, and I'm sacked. All right, let's see.
As a Madden player, there's nothing more defeating than seeing that wide open player and then just all of a sudden the play ends. And you feel quite screwed.
Who is that middle linebacker? Nobody even cares about that middle linebacker.
Bobby Wagner.
Yeah, see, nobody.
The in this game have come a long way as well. Starting whenever they first put the hit stick in, I think back in Madden 2005. Back when I believe Ray Lewis was the cover of that one. That's right. I've been playing since Madden 92. People, 92. I was 5 years old.
Wow.
God,
you're old.
All right.
All
You're
right.
not that much younger.
Oh, and you picked me off. What was that?
The slight delay on that. That's the new ball hawk system that they have on there. In previous matches, it would just immediately switch over as soon as my guy caught it, and that was Earl Thomas, by the way.
Yeah, I saw that.
Now it kind of gameplay continues a little bit. You don't really have control necessarily over what's going on until it switches back over, and then kind of acts like a kick return, if you will.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that was something I noticed before. You know, it's kind of weird. I'm like, did he actually catch it? And then you find out, yeah, he actually caught it. Oh! Almost had it.
They brought back in Madden that was lost for so long, and that's the miracle dive.
One thing I am upset about, though, is whenever you're going in for the end zone, you've made the big play, you're trying to run into the end zone, and all of a sudden, you know, you press X to dive into the field, to the end zone to do a crazy dance. It won't do that anymore. Now it just kind of does this sliding dive. So I was a little disappointed in that.
Dude, that's completely different for me, man. I can't do a dive. I have no idea how you're doing that. Whenever I dive into the end zone, they always do the weird jump and spin and this and that.
Yeah, that's...
And celebration's one thing that I never get to do a whole lot of. Clearly, you have to have a giant, big play to do it. But I believe if you hold down the B button once you get further down the field. However, it does slow your player considerably, so beware of anybody coming close. You don't want to...
Oh, thank God. Yeah, and it makes actually the defensive players go a lot faster, too. So you really want to make sure you got nobody around you for whenever that happens.
Celebrate like Neon Dion back in the day where you still are faster than everybody else in the field.
Nope.
Celebrate more like BJ Raji.
Exactly, yeah. Do it in the end zone, man. Do it in the end zone. Oh, great. Now I got 1 second to bring back a kick return.
Right,
Let's
a
do
small
this.
mistake on my part. Kind of a rookie error was not hanging the ball up enough, giving him a little bit of time. Clearly he's going to be able to fair catch it here unless he's just feeling very, very brave with... Oh, yep, he is. I don't even know who this player is.
It's Travaris Cadet, guy who sucks at kick returns, apparently. Alright, so now we got one half done. It is 6-0. Seahawks are up, but I do get the ball back. But you know what? Real quick, I'm going to press start to see if I can change something. Nope, can't. Alright, we're going to go ahead.
Not on kickoff.
I know.
Apparently.
Trying to check my kickoff returner, see if I could change that, but whatever. Alright.
I tried to pause it for you, man. Wouldn't work for me either.
Alright. And I'm actually just going to step out of bounds here.
Right.
Not get a safety.
Right. You can take that option of actually running out of bounds if you want a little bit more control. What I've seen some competitive players do is because of how many players you have on your special teams and how limited your depth chart is they'll run around the end zone and actually make all your players come all the way down the field and essentially tiring out some of your like third corners and safeties or something like that. So then they'll run the hurry up, which is a terrific strategy if you're trying to wear out another teammate or wear out the team.
Definitely, which is something I'm trying to do right now. I like to go with the faster plays. Oh! Oh! Liz Moore! Breaking tackles! Trying to make it! Oh, and you just caught me. Oof. There you go. That's what I needed to do.
Right. And believe me, it works. My entire defense is exhausted.
Yeah, exactly. And then, I mean, but the same thing will happen to your offense. So you always want to make sure whenever you're doing the hurry-up offense that you really, keep in mind your offense as well. Because the moment that you pause that game, or you give the defense enough time to switch out players and subs, then your team is actually going to switch out players as well, except for maybe quarterback, because quarterback's fine.
And as far as substitutions go, you can edit it to dictate how many, how soon, how early they'll take out people, or how fast, say your running back gets real tired, this and that, they'll take him out, whenever he's a yellow or before he's an orange or something like that. But you got to be careful if you're going to edit it like that and let it do that kind of thing. Ooh.
Oh, Marcus Colston, you catch that!
That you've got it set in a right way, because especially when you're running with a mobile quarterback like myself, Russell Wilson will get tired. I don't want Tavares Jackson in this game. I don't care how tired Russell Wilson is. He does not need to be in this game whatsoever.
Said anyone who ever drafted him.
Right.
Oh, dang it!
KJ Wright.
Alright, we're going to go for a 55-yarder. See if Garrett Hartley can do this. And I switched over to the classic mode, so it's much easier for me to see what I need as far as adjustments are concerned. And now I'm going to go in, try to do it. Let's see. And it's good! For 55 yards. Because I got my own little Legatron happening over here.
Legatron, that's cute. That was cute.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Play.
I do wish I had Legatron.
Like Matt, I actually have a halfway decent returner. Oh.
Do you? Do you? No, sir, you don't.
Very few wide receivers really turn out to be good returners. I mean, maybe that's just your style of play. I know Matt loves guys like Devin Hester, stuff like that.
Love Devin Hester.
Speedy guys. I prefer somebody more like a running back. One of my favorite ones to use is LaRod Stevens-Howling, because he can break a few more tackles. Ooh. Speaking of running backs. Just because they can break a few tackles on the edge if you're on the cusp of getting there. But
definitely.
To each his own.
That's true. I'm more of a guy that goes for speed, and that's why I like guys like Devin Hester, because they are speedy guys.
And your new toy is, I believe it's Marquise Goodwin.
It is Marquise Goodwin. I'm loving me some Marquise Goodwin. The first thing I did.
Before I could get him.
I know. Well, it was because someone actually took Devin Hester before I could get him. So I was like, you know what? Fine. That's right. Because, like I said, we do a lot of connected careers. So we've got a bunch of these online careers happening right now. So, yeah.
One thing in the connected careers, if a trade's not happening immediately, hold off a little bit, especially in preseason. The computer really does not like to trade away. It took me 4 weeks to get Geno Smith, and I'm the Bucks. I had Josh Freeman. Also, one of the things in the connected careers is the new way to upgrade your players. They've made it so much easier to progress young players, your first-round draft picks who have a lot of potential but weren't always necessarily the brightest, we'll say, because their awareness was so low. It's made it extremely easy to upgrade. The practices alone give you 2,000 points to spend on your coach and your player.
Yeah, there's actually one of those goals that you can buy as a coach that will allow you to have, I believe it's just extra, as like double the experience that your players get. So it makes advancing your
and practices.
Yeah, it makes advancing your teams that much easier. All right, here we go. Come on, you got nobody. Nobody! Oh! Yes! That's my secondary.
You can't tell right there, but what I did was try a precision pass, knowing that his players were faster. I held back on the right stick, telling. Sorry, I'm struggling with words as I'm taking a play.
Yeah, that happens.
Telling Russell Wilson to throw it a little bit lower, giving Sidney Rice a slightly better advantage of coming back and catching that ball over the smaller wide receivers.
Yeah, and that's kind of a cool function that they've added this season as well, is the precision pass. Because, I mean, that's not something you could necessarily really do in previous Maddens, and this one just makes it so much easier. And look, he just did the read option right there, caught me off guard a little bit. Thought I had him. But, hey, you know what? I'll take 30 yards over 10 yards any day.
Every day.
Yeah, so that was a little bit of a flea flicker right there. Hook and ladder. Something like that. I'm not really good with those
Your
stuff.
trash talk is brutal, brother.
My trash talk is awful. I'm too nice. Yeah! I don't care if that was a horse collar and probably should have been a penalty, which you guys will notice that there are so many penalties that are let go as far as
Holding,
just
clippings especially. Good grief. I can
oh yeah,
clip.
clippings. Pass interference is a huge one. I'm pretty sure I've called pass interference on so many guys and it's just never called. All right.
What I was trying to do there and clearly failed to do was the triple option where the running back goes forward. You have the option of reading the defensive end. If he bites on the running back, then you take it and you run the option with whoever your fullback was in that position. I subbed in Christine Michael to better try and progress further down the field rather than using a slower fullback. Clearly, that's one aspect I'm trying to work on is the triple option. Ooh.
Woo! All right, gotta keep going. Gotta keep going. Because right now I'm in a serious hurry-up offense right now because it's fourth quarter and I'm in the 2-minute warning. That's how fast this game's going right now. Again, this is just kind of a trial thing. Just wanted you guys to see how this game works and to know how, like, what we think about this game. But I still want to win. So,
Alright, this is where usually, if he ever does pull it off, it's always right here at the end.
yeah, I've surprised you a couple times.
You have.
Let's see if I can get the lone touchdown in this game so far. Ooh, no! How do you drop that, Jimmy Graham?
Because KJ Wright came in there and knocked that ball out.
Ah, this is lame. Let's see. What do I want to do? What can I throw you off with? Which, if you're ever playing, Kevin, if you ever have the option or are ever fortunate to do so, you will know that there are a few times that you actually surprise Kevin. So, keep in mind. Alright, let's see what happens right here. Who's... Oh, no! Dang it! Come on. Gotta go, hurry
In the
up.
hurry-up offense, which I swear is not always as hurried up. What you need to be doing is holding down A whilst the players are running back. It will cause them to run faster. It will tire them out a little bit more. But overall... Oh, Richard Sherman.
Oh, Richard Sherman, you... By the way, Richard Sherman's amazing on this game.
He's ridiculous.
Yes, he is. So, it's 4th and 18. 1 minute left. There's really nothing else I can do. I gotta go for it right now. So, we gotta see what we can do. I gotta go 4th and 18. I gotta channel in some Texans versus San Diego right here. Hopefully, I have an Andre Johnson on my team.
You go Texans against San Diego, or you could also...
Oh! Jimmy Graham! That's right.
That happened.
Yeah, that happened. I really thought you were going to get me on that one. I was like, he's too close, he's too close.
A little bit of that precision passing at work. I don't know. I didn't actually think he would throw into double coverage. Clearly, I was wrong.
Yes, you were. Oh. Why is that guy? That should be pass interference, that guy getting in my way. Come on. Alright, let's go with that one.
If you ever play Matt, one thing you'll always notice is he does love his tight ends and slot receivers. It's actually pretty amazing that Lance Moore and Kenny Stills haven't done a little bit more in this game.
Listen, I don't need you telling them. Oh, he played me? Oh.
That was me all the way.
I know, I saw you. I was like, dang it. Yeah, he does know me a little bit too well. Giving up my trade secrets. Come on, buddy. Can't do that.
That's the advantages of playing with friends, and you get to know their tendencies, this and that. As we talked about earlier, playing online head-to-head, you're going to get to see a little bit more showcase of different people's play styles. And that's how you run the triple option.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, and that's an amazing addition to this game. One thing I thought was really cool too that we haven't actually had a chance to check out because nobody's made a touchdown is the fact that they've actually added certain players' actual touchdown dances. So if Alfred Morris runs into the end zone, you will actually see a cutscene where he comes in. Oh, yes! Okay, thank you. Thank you. Got the ball back. Anyway, so you'll actually see.
I have so much trouble handing the ball off.
I don't know either. But I don't know why you have so much trouble whenever it's 4th and 20 seconds left, you always give me the ball back. So you actually will see Alfred Morris doing in a cutscene with his signature. Is it like a golf driver? Like golf and then looking off into the distance sort of thing? That's what he does.
Something like that. I would have gone Chris Johnson's little robot dance.
There's also Chris Johnson's little robot dance. Yeah.
Certain players, Tony Gonzalez will dunk, stuff like that.
Yeah, or Rob Gronkowski will do his signature dunk too.
Ouch.
Alright, let's keep going. Hopefully I can get this guy over into overtime. Because that's just better for you guys. And that's what I'm trying to do. This isn't for me. This isn't a personal victory thing. I don't care. I do care. I do care very much.
Small secret, I totally care. Spoiler alert.
Yeah, small spoiler alert. No. Oh, and of course he picked me off. Of course you picked me off. Yeah. So, this has been our review of Madden NFL 25, because I know it's 11 seconds on the clock, and I'm pretty sure I know what's going to happen next. Unless you really want to go for it and try to get that touchdown that neither one of us has gotten throughout this entire review.
You know, I'm gonna do something different, but I don't know if it's gonna be quite what you think.
Okay, alright. Let's see what happens. I see. He's got tricks up his sleeve. That's what he does. Alright, what you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Let's see if we can maybe get a pick here. Try something else. Oh no, I see what you're doing now. You freaking juking me.
Give it to the playmaker.
Of course, of course.
Had this been a longer game, we would have seen a lot more Percy Harvin.
Of course. You would have also seen a lot more touchdowns, too. But, you know, we gotta... kickers are people, too. We gotta show them off a little bit as well.
Right?
And punters, because I had to show you my punter. Oh, why didn't you catch that? I also, if you ever play me, I get very mad at my secondary. Very
He
mad.
prides himself on upgrading his secondary in every franchise you've ever been in. He has the most rigged secondary known to man.
Well, it's because I make you focus on your run game, and then whenever I outscore to where you can't use your run game anymore, that's whenever I pick you off.
Ah.
Alright, and that's the end of the game. Seahawks, unfortunately, have beaten the New Orleans Saints in a very defensive battle of 6-3. It's a very quick game, as you saw. So this has been Madden NFL 25. Thank you so much for joining us. You absolutely have to get this game. If you are a Madden fan, if you are an NFL fan in general, you absolutely have to get it.
Gamer. There's different aspects you can still key in on, and I really enjoy.
Definitely, and even if you're just an achievement hog, there are so many easy achievements in this game than previous games. Because in previous games it took forever to get any sort of achievement. And this one, I've already gotten 5, and I've had this game for about a month. So you definitely want to get this game. Rent it, buy it, make sure it's something that you want to do, because once you buy it, the value of this game goes down quick. So again, this has been Matt with SCNS Live, and I have my buddy Kevin here. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll catch you next time. Check us out on scnslive.com. Go to our YouTube page, guys, subscribe, check out all of our videos. We got a lot more game and toy reviews up there, and look forward to seeing you next time.